Cancer, hi, welcome to your May 2026 reading. This is for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any strong placement in your birth chart for the sign of Cancer. Crosswatchers, you are welcome here if you are interested in a Cancer. Please try to remember that these are for the collective, so they are general readings, okay? Don't force messages and situations to fit if it doesn't resonate. That is okay. Check your other placements and other Cancer readings on this channel. Take what resonates for you there. Leave the rest for someone else who may need those specific messages. Energies can be interchangeable, meaning vice versa. So please use your discretion to put those energies where they best fit in your specific situation, okay? Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a high vibrational comment. I love to hear from you, and it helps my channel out greatly, and I appreciate all the love and support this far. Okay, let's get right into this, Cancer, and see what May has in store for you, shall we? Okay. Heal the ouch. Wishing well. Yeah, you're wishing something didn't hurt as bad here. Okay. It's tricky though. Dragon's Lair. It's a two-headed beast kind of a situation, okay? Yeah, rock bottom. Talesman. So there is something guiding you here, something that is kind of protecting here. Flying, seeing things from a different perspective here. Something has forced your hand here, and it could very well be this hitting rock bottom. Let's see what you got going on here. All right, let's get a romance angel for May. See what's going on in your connection. Boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, someone new, whoever it is that you're thinking about, sneaking link, whatever. We're adults in here. You know how we do. All right, for Cancer, for May, please. What's going on? Retreat. Yeah, it's time to disconnect from the world. It is time to pull all your energy back here from whatever this two-headed situation is here. Yeah. Turning your back on some things for sure. You wish it didn't have to be this way, but it kind of does. All right. Let's get some messages from your spirit guides, see what they're focusing on and trying to get you to focus on for this month. For Cancer. Listen to the voice within when it persists. This isn't new. Your intuition has been telling you, and it's been on repeat, and you ain't been listening, but now they're telling you need to listen, okay? Speak your truth with passion. Okay. Trust in the wise spirits and your prayers will be answered. There's that wishing well. And there's that wishing well energy. You got to put it out to get it back. Okay. It is always okay to ask your guides. It is always okay to ask for guidance when the way is unclear. They want, your spirit guides want you to communicate, okay? Courage arrives when you step over fear. So they know you're afraid. You know you're afraid to do. You know there's some discomfort here. All right, let's get some cosmic insight. And this is for you and you alone to decide what comes in, what goes out, and what stays the same for this month, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, that one flipped its face, so we got a taker. Okay, so health, okay? Health issues could arise, mental, physical, emotional, all that. Answer is no. Okay, it's not the right time. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, narcissist, okay? Someone is too full of themselves here. Okay. Intuition. The red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. And that's looking like what it did. This flipped in the deck. Caution, find out more information. Don't overwork yourself, okay? Like I said, your intuition, your spirit guides, they've been talking to you. When it persists, you need to listen. Let's get some tea and see what's going on. Two more. For Cancer, please. May 2026. Okay. That's unnecessary. All right, here we go. I'll get these all out and we'll discuss like we always do. Okay. The world came out anyway, look at there. Overall energy for this reading is the Seven of Cups, okay? Makes sense to me. Followed by the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the World, the Page of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. Ooh. Scorpio, Capricorn, Gemini. Air and Earth signs are out here by the looks of it, yeah. A lot of air and a lot of earth here. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion here and there's a lot of opportunities here. And you're retreating, and the reason that you're retreating is because you have options, okay? You have choices. You could pick any of the above, okay? Something isn't aligning with what it is that you think that you feel you deserve or you're owed, okay? And whatever situation you're in right now is just an illusion. It's you're juggling, you're trying to find the balance here. There's more than one energy. I'm going to clarify, but I can guarantee you there's more than one energy that is surrounding this here. You have to adapt yourself. You're balancing, you're weighing your options here. And it's causing you anxiety and worry and fear and sleepless nights. And you probably feel hopeless sometimes. And it's causing you feelings of despair. But there has been cycles that have been completed. Okay. So there is completion here. You have gotten out of a cycle that you don't want to, you close the door. My advice is to leave that door closed. Okay. Don't get back on it. You closed a cycle. You need to embrace that. You need to adapt to closing a certain aspect of your life out here. Okay. You have a little bit of a new curiosity about a situation or a person here. You are observing this situation. There is a lot of communication, finding new ways to communicate with people. And you're just watching. You could be watching their social media, observing what they have going on, or they could be doing it to you again. Energies can be reversed, whatever the case is. But there is a need to have teamwork to build strong foundation here. Some of you could be getting an offer for a job here, to really try to build a strong foundation here. But you're viewing things as they can't get any worse. I think last month, or I distinctly remember that this came up for you, the Ten of Swords in reverse, that things couldn't get worse. Okay. You can only go up from here. So then again, you hit rock bottom. So the only place you can go is up here. The ending was inevitable. Whatever it is that you are ending, whether it's a job, a relationship, whatever the case that you have going on, it is inevitable. It was going to end one way or the other. Okay. So don't think for 1 minute that those endings weren't going to happen anyway, because they were. All right, let's clarify. Clarify the Seven of Cups in the overall, please. Yeah, and 3 Cups. Told you there was more than one energy. Four of Swords. There's that retreat again. There's that stepping away. There's 2 Minty. Yeah, 2 of Wands. Yeah, look, Cancer, there's 2 different directions that you could go here, because you have options here. You're trying to pick in between 2. And some would say that if you're with someone and you ever come across that kind of energy, if you're with someone and you have to, pick somebody else, then you wasn't mine in the first place, right? So if that's how you're kind of feeling, that you might pick someone else, you need to release the person that you're dealing with. It's only fair. 2 of Pentacles. Well, you're lying about it. That's there is deceit here. There is sneakiness. You haven't let the other person know, any of the people that you're dealing with, that there's other people. Again, energies could be reversed. All right. That's why there's this anxiety. Bottom of the deck is the Tower. Clarify the Nine of Swords, please. You hiding it, or they're hiding it, whatever, however you want to take it. Seven of Cups again. You're hiding it, and it's causing you anxiety because you know whatever it is that you're dealing with, they have options too. But all you want to do is cause confusion here. Or there is confusion here. All right. Let's get one on the world to see what cycle closed here. So you have made a decision. You have made a decision. Might have been a little bit, you know, again, narcissist comes up here. Not saying that you are, you could be dealing with one that is kind of forced. Whoever is the narcissist here kind of manifested this decision was made to close out whatever needed to be closed out. Because they have options just like you do. Kind of a thing. All right, Three of Pentacles. There's something that one of you are depending on for the other. Queen of Wands. Page of Wands. Yeah, there's going to be action and movement put on whatever this Three of Pentacles is. Okay? But Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles. There's definitely third-party situations here. For sure, for sure. But when it comes to this specific part of building the foundation, okay, especially if you're going into like career and all that, you're gonna do that. You're going to do that part of it. Now, if we look at it from the love side of it, whoever it is that you picked, that's who you're trying to build this strong foundation with, this partnership. Because it's passion, it's action, it's everything that you wanted. But either way, both of these could inevitably be ending, okay? So, I mean, you got to look at it from that perspective, too. Ten of Swords in reverse. Because your confusion is only yours and shouldn't be put on anybody else. Temperance. Yeah, healing, being divinely guided. I think what it is, you made a decision and you didn't win. Or they made a decision and they didn't win. Yeah, King of Swords. Yeah. And now it's kind of turned you and this whole situation into, you know, a little bit cold and detached. Like I said, that dragon's lair, two heads there. You thought that you were pulling the wool, or someone thought they were pulling the wool, and you thought you were going to win out. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups, though. Yeah. Two of Cups, the Chariot, represents two. Okay, and then the Fool, a new beginning, but it causes anxiety. Yeah, there's something here that is just not, it feels like you thought you were making the right decision, and it looks like maybe you didn't, because the person you picked didn't pick you. Kind of a thing. All right. All right, let's close this off with the future card and see what else we can see. Too many. Oh, it's only 2. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so you have beware. Be careful who you trust at this time. And owl. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. Okay, there is that. Okay. All right. Cancer. At the end of the day, honey, you picked them. They didn't pick you. Okay. So that's kind of where you're at here. So now it's time to heal. All right, that's all I have for you. I hope this helps. Please like, share, and subscribe. And like always, I'll see you in the next.